rather amazing introduction. I'm not sure I need to give a speech. I don't know if there's anything else to say. First thing I'm going to say is thank you for inviting me to the revolution. I do want to make sure that, I know Carol's name was mentioned, but I do want you to be sure that my wife is with me today. I'd like her to stand. It said that we've been married for 50 years. That means I am married to a grandmother and a great-grandmother. And last count, we had 18 grandchildren. But it is a real delight to be here. There's no doubt about it. This reception is just fantastic. And I am sometimes bewildered by it by myself. But I am encouraged because I am reassured that it isn't a personal thing. It's because we have joined together for a real mission to promote the cause of liberty. Probably the single most thing that has motivated me over the years has been the concern that we have lost our way. It has been said, even in this recent campaign, that I've made some criticism of the party and saying, well, the Republicans have lost their way. They're not the party of small government anymore. But it's much broader than that. I believe our country has lost its way over many, many years. And we could go back even 100 years, or especially since the Depression. And policies have changed, and our attitudes have changed. And the biggest problem has been that we've lost our faith and confidence that freedom really works. One of the annoying accusations made quite frequently is that Ron Paul wants to go back to the Dark Ages. He wants to go back to asset-backed currency. He wants to go back to the Constitution. These charges are made out of ignorance because freedom really is a new idea. It is not an ancient idea. Most of all of history, and even currently in most countries, tyranny reigns. Freedom is under attack, and it's under attack in this country as well. Those of us who have studied history and understand this, and I'm sure everybody here does, that we have been truly blessed in this country, to have lived in this country. We've had the rule of law. We have been the most prosperous country ever. And yet, if you look at the fundamentals of what has been happening, you know that the principles of liberty have been undermined, and that's what we have to stop. Many years ago, probably during the Depression, people lost confidence that the marketplace worked. Back in the Depression time, it was blamed on capitalism and the gold standard and not enough government, and that's why we suffered. But if you study that history and you understand economics, you realize that those tough times came about because by that time we had a Federal Reserve System and we had a lot of government intervention, and we ended up with some very, very sad problems. But instead of saying, well, let's return to liberty, they just advanced big government. And sadly, that's what we've been doing ever since. We do give rhetoric to limited government. Our party is good on the rhetoric, but we don't follow through, and this is my concern. Those of us who have served in public office and those of us who have served in the military take an oath to uphold the Constitution. Isn't it interesting that the oath that we take isn't to uphold the people or the property or free markets or gold or anything else? It's to uphold the Constitution with full confidence that the contract between the people and the government was a legitimate contract and we should obey the law. Yeah. take the oath to uphold the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Let me assure you that this country is not threatened by any foreign power in the entire world. Nobody can attack us. We are so powerful, no one would dare attack us. This does not mean that the criminal elements that exist around the world aren't likely and would like to attack us, but that is a lot different than worrying about the Russians coming, or the Iranians coming, or the Iraqis coming and attacking us. They're incapable of doing that. But the big problem we have is actually upholding the Constitution against domestic threats. And this is the reason why I am pleased when you hear the introduction about my position on the Patriot Act, that we have those concerns. We don't need the Patriot Act or any more laws like that.